My FWB lied about his age and I don't know how to confront him. I, 23F, have been seeing a guy, 31M, for the past 6 months and when we met he told me he was 31. We met on a dating app and hit it off immediately. While we are not in a relationship, we agreed early on to be exclusive. Today I did a name search on People Finder and found out that he is actually 39 and I do not know how to confront him with this info because then I'll have to explain how I found out. How do I confront him without it seeming like I was snooping, stalking him? Too long did not read. The guy I'm seeing is 8 years older than he said he is and I don't know how to do things because of the way I found out. You have all the right to confirm what he's been telling you. If he gets mad for it, and accuses you of not trusting him, he would be just changing topic from the actual problem. He lied. You have to decide for yourself if your relationship with him is more important than the fact that he's been hiding stuff from you. It's entirely your choice. But as a rule of thumb, if you feel like you can't discuss a problem with a partner, you should probably move away from them. Your need for truth and stability has to be respected. It shouldn't have consequences for you, because that's basically manipulation. Sites like People Finder are not 100% accurate, so I'd at least give him a chance to explain. Searching someone's name is pretty standard dating behavior and isn't snooping. No more than looking through their social media. So I just tell him you searched for him and the results said he was 39. Then see what he says. Just out of curiosity, what was the youngest age he was willing to hook up with on his profile and what was the oldest? Because to me specifically, to deceive much younger people into dating you far outweighs curiosity about someone you're having sex with. Frankly, it would have been an okay idea to check him out long before you allowed him into your body. Hey, I was bored so I looked you up online. You're a liar and rather that stick around and find out what else you lied about. I'm done. Quote. We're in a relationship but we're exclusive. Also sounds like a lie. I would not assume that he isn't playing other women too. So not only is this 39-year-old sleeping with women in their early 20s, he's lying about his age because he knows that many women in their early 20s would hesitate to sleep with men 15 plus years older than them. Does that mean he's not deserving of love and companionship? No, but he should be honest about his age, and really should be looking at partners who are a bit closer to him in age. For the most part, people who specifically seek younger partners do so for selfish reasons. They either like that the power dynamic skews in their favor, or they know a younger, more experienced partner is more likely to be impressed by them, less likely to notice red flags. It's a hookup. Freaking block and move on. No connections, right? Not like it was a fiancé or anyone he cared about. This creep is playing you and it's exactly why he went after someone your age. You're in a relationship if you're exclusive. But it's creep 101 to lie and manipulate. H is lying about something else. Youngblood. Trust your gut. Fuck how you think he will feel. If I could tell my younger self anything, it would be to always trust what your gut tells you. Especially about people and places when you first arrive. Hear about or whatever. Trust it, love. Do what you need to do to be at peace. Is it a deal breaker? If not, will you give him a real chance to explain why he did it? Is it more for closure? I would just end it. Say you know about him lying about his age and that you think it's shitty he didn't trust you, would give him the time of day because of it, which is a lack of trust on his part. You guys just barely tried to be serious. There's not a reason to go through so much trouble unless you think it's worth your time to find his motivation, and the age thing isn't what was the issue but the lying. It's 2022 and Google is a thing. It is amazing to me that he thinks he can lie about his age and you wouldn't find out. There is no reason to stay with him when he'd lie about something like, because who knows what else he's lying to you about. Not to mention an 8-year age gap is pretty significant, but a 16-year is really a lot. You are at totally different stages in your life and it's creepy for a 40-year-old man to try to date, and lie to date, a woman in her early 20s. So this happened to me once. Guy said he was 36 on Tinder but he was actually 46. Face with raised eyebrow. I was 26 at the time, I'm 30 now. He just wanted to fuck younger women. He was also talking to a 24-year-old I knew. Last year he got arrested for trying to lure a 16-year-old girl back to his place for sex. Dump him. If he can't be honest about his age, that's a huge red flag in my eyes. Also, what does this almost 40-year-old have in common with a 23-year-old? Nothing. He's just there for ass. Just dump him and find someone else. Maybe I don't understand how FWB works, but you're exclusive but not his GF. Sounds like he doesn't want to label it so he can have girlfriend benefits without having to put in boyfriend effort. That in itself is a red flag to me. Tell him this. Look, Dave, sex with you is fun and all, but I think I need an older man. You know, more life experience, more maturity and wisdom. A mentor I can learn from. You just aren't that guy. Walk away and leave him sputtering. Completely irrelevant to the question posed, but I hate the way people use the word relationship. You are having sex with this dude exclusively, but you don't think you are in a relationship. Of course it is a relationship. What you mean is you are not in an exclusive romantic committed relationship, surely. Do you see my point? I am in a relationship with my boss, with my sister, with my neighbor and with my girlfriend. These relationships are all different, but they are all relationships. As someone who can be very literal, it just grinds my gears a bit the way this word is used. There's too much of a gray area for me. Sorry to take that out on your post, haha. It's a giant red flag. It's a lie used to deceive you. Ignore the comments asking you to see things from his point of view. They're most likely men who want prey on young women as well. In your early 20s it's easier to get manipulated into a relationship based on lies because of the lack of experience. I would just send a text and end it. This is a huge lie. He used this lie to make it easier to get someone younger. It would be maybe excusable if it was 1 or 2 years but not 8 years. That's a solid no. Seeing a guy for 6 months and he has lied that entire time. Woof. Get away from this guy. I knew 2 men who lied about their age and they lied about so many other things. They're creeps and insecure. I definitely think you should definitely look elsewhere. You're friends with benefits, but you're exclusive. Anyway, I'd be more concerned if he were your actual partner, but as you've stated, you're just friends with benefits. He doesn't owe you anything beyond adhering to the agreement you made, and ensuring consent during each encounter. I disagree with people saying if you're FWBs, why does it matter? Even non-romantic friendships require trust and a foundation of honesty and communication. Honestly, any relationship in my life, that is a requirement for me. I know you will decide what is right for you regardless of what others say, but yeah, I would feel really betrayed if someone lied to me about their age, especially a huge gap like that. It would make me feel taken advantage of personally, but I know others may not share that sentiment. He's a fucking creep and you have no idea how many other things he's lied to you about. This is enough for you to cut him off, block him, and delete him from your life. Well, internally you need to decide this. What's the point of confronting him? If he explains, will you forgive him? If he says it's not true, will you believe him? Or do you just want to tell him you know he lied and you found out? Deliberate actions should be done for a reason. So decide what your goal is, and you'll have your answer. Good luck. It's a FWB. What does it matter? Get what you need from him and let him be him. Hi, I had this exact situation before when I was younger, and to be honest, his age was just the first of many lies. When they lie right off the bat like that, expect it to be a pattern of behavior. What exactly is People Finder, and are you sure it's accurate? Where do they get information like this? Are you sure it's accurate? A lot of those lookup sites compile a bunch of random info and a lot of it is wrong. You should definitely ask him, but I wouldn't approach it in an accusatory manner unless you have other reasons to believe he's been lying to you. Literally break up with him, or look at his ID. This isn't that deep. People Finder has me as a 42-year-old in Alabama when I'm actually not even 30 and living in the Southwest. You don't sound all that mature with what you're saying, but you're trying to date someone 8 years older than you who is possibly 16 years older than you. Make like Elsa and let it go. Dump him and bounce. What is your goal in confronting him? If he's just a FWB, does it really matter how old he is or that he lied? I mean, if it's just about the sex, I'd let it go. You're not in a relationship, so the details of his life are really none of your business. However, I feel like the great sex is making you consider having a real relationships with him. Otherwise, why are you internet stalking him? And in that case, I would suggest talking with him about the possibility of a relationship, and if he is open to that, then bring up his age and see how he reacts. Though to tell you the truth, such a huge age gap in relationships are usually about control and dominance for the older partner, so tread lightly. Would you have met him or dated him, and would you have chosen him as a FWB if you knew he was 39? If the answer is no, then you know his motivation, its options. If it doesn't bother you, then ask him. Guess he will tell you the same. If he lied about his age, what else has he lied about? This is a can of worms. Don't go any further with this person. Text him, apprise him of your age knowledge. and relay to him that you do not consider his age lie to be the only one he's told. Then block him and move on at a high rate of speed. Lies about age claims to be exclusive in an FWB scenario. Yeah, you better get out of this before you contract an STD, STI, or get knocked up by him and he'll be an absent father. You snooped for your own safety, and ironically enough the guy you snooped on isn't telling you the truth about himself. You can't trust people who lie, especially about basic information. I wouldn't continue this relationship, and honestly I wouldn't even confront him, definitely not IRL. He seems potentially manipulative. What the fuck is exclusive but not in a relationship? Almost everyone my wife and I meet on sites lies about their age. Confront him and then you have to ask yourself what else he concealed about himself. Good luck. You are probably one of many of his FWBs as well. Will he lie to you about STDs too? IMO, I would block and delete this guy from my life. Sex requires trust, and if he lied about this, how do you know what else he'd lie about? If he is just a FWB, it isn't worth dealing with the lies. That's just me though. How much does his age matter to you? If he was just doing it to cheat the algorithm and match with younger women, so what? Is 39 a hard stop for you? You need to confront him. You need to figure out what else he's lying about. But seeing as it's just FWB, he's just a fuck toy. So you shouldn't care about age. Looking people up when things get more serious is completely normal for how crazy things can be these days. If he's toxic, he will be defensive. If he's healthy, he will understand and also explain his thought process and have remorse on lying to you. I just ran a search on myself. Pretty accurate results, lol, even found my parents. What a weirdo. Drop that man, girl. Well, are you okay with his age? Then just say I know your real age and you don't care. But then again, you really want someone who lies to you that's a FWB when there are many who would gladly take his place. Don't confront this almost 20-year-old creep that lies about his age to hook up with young women. Block him and move on. Yes, he lied, but if you're otherwise happy with him and his FWB offerings, then either let him know you know, and keep going, or let him know you know, and end things because of the initial lies. It doesn't matter how you know, that's reasonable to expect that you would like to know for real. And if the age didn't bother you, then now he knows he doesn't have to keep lying about that part. If he hid his age, something small. I'm pretty sure he's hiding something bigger. Who cares how he will respond? Call him out, then walk away. How can you get mad for you snooping when he was indeed hiding something? Creep. I would definitely confront him, but know if that gap is too much ahead of time because it will affect your direction of the conversation. And it doesn't mean he's lying about something else, but it does mean he would lie about something else when he needs to. Also, I try to confirm that info. People Finder pulls its data from publicly available info. POW, not DMV or any official database, and I've seen it be wrong at times. That being said, now that you are aware, you can probably tell 31 or 39. As a 42M, I see the allure of a 23F, and I like younger women, 30-35, but I'm also super upfront about it because I see it as an asset. That's creepy. At least it's only a FWB, you can find another. I mean, it's FWB. No felling right. Is not like he is your boyfriend. Why it's matter for you op? Do you really need to confront him? You can leave him if you don't like it. Wouldn't even confront him. Send a text saying you didn't sign up to date a 40 years old. Lying should always be a deal breaker. The reason for the lie is apparent. He wanted to get laid with a much younger person. And for some reason thought you couldn't handle the truth. If you are okay with the lie and having fun, you may go along with it. If you are not okay with it, poke fun of him looking like Ted Bundy these days and ask for his driver's license for verification. If what he says next makes sense, you may play along. If he lies again, just leave him.